Painter, columnist for the Oklahoman. A while back I received a list of "You know you're from Oklahoma if" items, and then more recently I received a book titled Cowboy Values, which included various quotes. I'll share some of these in today's Sunday column. But I also ended with a quote from a source from a column I ran this year, and that got me to thinking about some of the quotes I've heard through the years. I'll share some of these with you, starting with one about weather. Last year, Derek Arndt, Associate State Climatologist with the Oklahoma Climatological Survey, described the weather in Oklahoma by saying, "We don't hang out around normal." Also, I think back to an interview with Victor Neal, who played a lot of golf before losing his sight after a bout with meningitis. He rolled the Titleist II golf ball between the palms of his hands and then reached out in my direction, allowing me to reach over and take it and do the same. As I did, he said, "I can feel the dimples on the ball. I never had a hole-in-one, but I came pretty close." Many things like this cause me to stop looking in the mirror and feeling sorry for myself. They are incredible perspectives, either looking back or appreciating the present. I was talking with former Major League Baseball player and current New York Yankees announcer Bobby Mercer and his wife Kay Mercer after Bobby had a malignant brain tumor removed from his right frontal lobe in December 2006. He said, "Okay, I love her more than the Yankees, and they have 26 world championships." Perspective. I found it while covering and then following up on a wildfire that burned a church near Duncan in May 2006. Carolyn Allen, church secretary, said the day after the fire, "Out of the ashes, he'll bring good things. He'll bless it." This year they moved into their new church at the same location. I asked her to look back. "We saw rubble that day," Allen told me while sitting in the new sanctuary. "What we had is gone, but what God can bring us is what we decided to look for. God doesn't have a plan B." Knowing that, we had to look forward rather than back. Now I'll conclude with a little longer story. I was talking with Lynn Sparagowski about being a magician for many decades. He did a few tricks off and on while we talked, and then he asked if I'd like to see a card trick. "There are 52 cards in the deck," he said. He wanted me to name one. I replied, 5 of hearts. So he said, 5 of hearts? Any reason why? After I said no, he replied, "I knew that you would name the 5 of hearts. I will prove that to you." Sure he would. He flipped over the deck and showed me that there was only one 5 of hearts. He pulled it out and placed it on a stand. "You could have selected any card, but yet you selected the 5 of hearts," he said. Then he flipped the deck back over and showed me that a name was written on the outside design of the card. And he pointed out that no 2 names were the same: Andy, Martha, Joe, Wally, and so on. "Anyway, you selected the 5 of hearts," he said. "That's your card. Turn your card over." I said, "Holy cow," when I realized my name was written on the outside of the 5 of hearts. Eventually I got to the obvious question and he gave me a great answer. "How do you do that?" I asked. He answered, "I do it very well."